For this video example, we will be looking at online homework objective 62, problem number 5. In the problem, we're asked to find the critical points of f and assume a is constant. To find the critical points, we will first differentiate the function with respect to f, and our function is f of x equals 1/11th x to the 11th minus a to the 10th x. So the first thing we do is we're going to find the prime of, with respect to x. So f prime of x equals we have x to the 11th, so we're going to bring that 11 forward and multiply it times the 1/11th. So now we have 11 over 11x, and then this same 11 minus 1 is going to be to the 10th, minus a to the 10th stays the same, and then this x over here now becomes 1. So now we have f prime of x equals 11 over 11 x to the 10th minus a to the 10th times 1. And for the purposes of this video example, I am working out all the steps. Ms. Crouch has told us before that if we feel comfortable skipping steps, that's fine. And I definitely had steps in here that you could skip if you felt comfortable. But for the video, I am working all the steps out. 11 over 11 x to the 10th is, of course, just x to the 10th. We have minus a to the 10th. That still hasn't changed because 1 times a to the 10th is a to the 10th. Okay, now we have, I almost forgot my prime. This is f prime of x equals x to the 10th minus a to the 10th. Now we need to set f prime of x to 0 and solve for x. So we are still working with f prime of x, and f prime of x, as we found up here, is x to the 10th minus a to the 10th, and now we're just going to set that to 0. And then we're going to solve for x. And to solve for x, we have x to the 10th minus a to the 10th. That all stays the same. We're going to add a to the 10th, so we can cancel that out. Remember, I'm doing all the steps that you can skip. And that equals 0 plus a to the 10th. Once we cancel out these a to the 10ths, we have x to the 10th equals a to the 10th. I'm going to scoot this up just a little bit, hopefully, so you can see. Now we are solving for x. We still have a power on both sides. So to show this, we're going to get rid of that power by, of course, doing the opposite. 10 square root of x to the 10th, and then 10 square root a to the 10th. And these square roots cancel, square cancels, or it's not square, I'm sorry, it's 10 root x to the 10th and 10 root a to the 10th. I kept saying square root, and that is not right. Those cancel out, and we end up with x equals a. Now, that is right, except that we've used the square root up here, or the root sign up here, and anytime you do that, you have to have a positive or a negative. So our critical points are x equals negative a and a. Those are our critical points.